Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Vichar. My name is Padmashri and today I'm going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions of me. What did I learn after 10 years of traveling across the globe? So I have lived in Mumbai for 23 years. I was born and bred here, and after that I got this blessed opportunity to travel to the entire world. I was able to visit Australia, the Asia Pacific region. I was able to go to Europe and Africa and the Americas. I was able to live in many of these societies and these cultures. I was able to imbibe a lot of their values and qualities and enrich my life with all the things that I learned from these amazing people and these fantastic and beautiful lands across our planet. So I would say to this question, I say three things, three major changes happened in my life. And I feel that this is, direct side effect of moving out of where you were born and exploring anything other than your own city or your own state or even your own country. Number one is the concept of right or wrong. As somebody who was born and bred in Mumbai, of course, my culture had given me some set values. This is right, this is wrong, follow this, don't follow that, etc., which is all well and good because it allows you to navigate your own societies in a least resistance kind of way. It has utility to it, but it also has limitations to it. Everything has the good and the bad side. So the good side is that the concept of right or wrong makes life easy where you are, but it also limits you because you are not able to explore what's behind that wrong or question why is this right. Because you accept it just as you would accept, any values that your parents give you while you're 5 or 6. But when you travel, it's like you're in your adolescence. You are forced to question the concept of right or wrong because other cultures do not believe the exact same, definition. In Africa, let's say, for example, what I believe is right is wrong, and what I believe is wrong is right. You see, there are tribes in Africa that enhance their natural beauty so that Indians would find repulsive. And in India, we do things, within our cultures that Africans would not find palatable. Right? Now, does this mean Indians are right and Africans are wrong? No, it is contextual. What works in Africa is completely based on, the geography, the history, the social structure, and so on. And same goes for India. So there is no such thing as right or wrong. There is nothing practically in the world that is objectively right or wrong. And this is the number one thing that you will experience as soon as you leave your culture and experience a different one. At least one thing will strike as, oh, in my culture that doesn't go, right? And when the first time it happens and you see that, but even if it doesn't go in my society, in my culture, it does in this one, it actually works in this one. So that objectivity you are able to experience. You're able to pull yourself from that limited mindset of what is right and wrong to actually understanding why in India this is right and why in another continent it is not right. And when you give yourself that chance, you're able to also maneuver and shift your beliefs such that they work for you to their optimum. So let's say, for example, in India, there is, because of our history, there is this, psychological limitation wherein we feel that spending money on things that are just plain fun comes with some amount of guilt because there are many people who do not even have food. Which is a very good thought process. It allows you to be compassionate. It allows you to become frugal. It allows you to, expand your thoughts for more people than just yourself. But it also means that we carry unnecessary guilt. An American would not feel this at all. An American will experiment with something new as long as it's making him happy or her happy. And that experience of trying that new thing, that experience of spending money on something that is fun and enjoyable, ignites some kind of inspiration within him or her, and they actually develop a product that other people can enjoy, that further enhances the experience of the society, right? So the concept of right and wrong is a good one for some practical reasons, but it is also a major limitation if you want to experience the world and life for what it is rather than what you're taught that it is. Okay, so that's number one thing that completely changed for me. Number two is I stopped seeing people as different. I had an enhanced sense of empathy. So I'm meeting people from all these different cultures, and I'm meeting, people from all backgrounds and all, levels of life. And I noticed that irrespective of where they come from, so let's say, for example, an affluent society such as America, one may be forgiven to think that their life is easy. But when you sit with an American and you discuss, day-to-day life, you recognize that, hey, this person is going through the same, emotions as I. This person is having a similar experience of life as I. Sure, the outside things may be different, but that person does feel anxious, and that person does feel sad, and that person does feel, jealous, and that person does feel happy. All the, flavors of life, flavors that we call emotions, are experienced in the same exact manner by an Indian person, an African person, an American person, or a person from Papua New Guinea, right? We are experiencing the exact same thing, but in different backgrounds and triggered by different things, right? So it allowed for me to see all people on the planet as, my own. I was able to forget about, okay, this person is different, they're having a different experience of life. No, after speaking with all of these different people, I experienced that it was the exact same feeling that we go through in life, the exact same experience we're all having, just in different backgrounds. Okay, and this of course means that a lot of your stereotypes, a lot of your prejudices, a lot of the discrimination that you've created in your mind drops. You become free of them, and you're able to accept each one that you meet as, your own friend, your own family even. Now, this also relates to the last thing that I learned. In India, it is very common for us to be very patriotic. We love our country. We are proud of its heritage, its history. We are. And even now, after having traveled to all the continents, I am extremely proud, and I love my country for all the things that it is. But my definition of the people who are mine has expanded a great deal. Now there are Indians who are my brothers and sisters, and there are Africans who are my brothers and sisters, and there are Europeans who are my brothers and sisters, and the whole world is, my own family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is a Sanskrit phrase that essentially expresses the sentiment that the whole world is one family. And when you travel, when you build these connections with people, and just how easily you're able to do that, there is no doubt in your mind or heart that these are indeed my family. This is indeed, my own tribe, my own home. Okay, and when this happens, your horizons broaden a great deal. Your identification from an Indian to a world citizen, your loyalties, your sense of compassion for just Indians to begin with, and then translated to the rest of the world, is exponentially enhanced. And therefore you naturally become very peaceful. If there is a war that is going on in like some part of the world, you have friends there. Okay, and no matter how rigid and fanatic you are about your views in politics or religion, there will be some part of you that will say, irrespective of all of that, irrespective of our differences, I do not want those people to be harmed. You see? And in peace building, I feel this is the most fundamental piece that a lot of the countries are missing. In Europe, in fact, they explored this. There is a program called Erasmus, and during the World War II, all countries in Europe were fighting amongst themselves for various different reasons: religion, race, beliefs, political views, etc., etc. There were many differences that all Europeans had amongst themselves. But this program called Erasmus encouraged encouraged people to send their children in different parts of the continent, so that they learn each other's culture, so that they benefit from each other's inventions, each other's education, so on and so forth. And this substantially reduced the number of conflicts between these nations. And eventually we got the European Union. So travel most certainly impacts your sense of peace, your sense of camaraderie, your sense of oneness. And therefore, I recommend everyone to do at least a little bit of travel, if not a lot. At least get out of your city, if not out of your country. You must go and see that your experience of life is not really as unique as you think. Your experience of life is a shared experience. Humanity is not different from you. In fact, humanity is one large species, almost as one body, experiencing the world, with the same palette of flavors, the same emotions as each one of us. So this is, I'd say, the most profound way in which travel has changed me. If you were to meet the 23-year-old Padma Shri and the 33-year-old Padma Shri, you will see a great difference. And I owe this evolution in my mind, in my heart, and even in my body to my travel experiences. So I hope this was useful to you. I hope you felt a little bit inspiration to book your flight to some place other than your own home city or your home country. And if you do, please do share with me what you have learned on your travel. And I'd be very happy to engage in a conversation such as that. So thank you again for tuning in, and I shall see you in the next one.